In this day and age, a lot of men, and especially a lot of Muslim men, can't even afford one wife and they are dreaming of having multiple wives. Actually, there's one very popular Muslim influencer, Ali Dawa, who I have seen talking about polygamy quite often. So I want to react to one of his clips. I think he's being interviewed by someone here.
In the UK, it is illegal for you to get a second wife, but you can have a mistress and a girlfriend and a side chick. Calm. Excuse me, I can't have a second wife that I'm going to honor and respect and look after and provide for her and treat her like my wife, but I can have a mistress and girlfriend. This is nonsense. Some people come and
a lot of Muslim people, they just mix things up with immorality because they are following teachings of Islam and they just miss the universal moral codes. So having a mistress is immoral. Why? Because the person already has a wife and they are hiding. Usually everyone is hiding their mistress and they are doing things behind others' back. So having a mistress is deception, and deception is not moral in today's culture and today's society. However, having a girlfriend is a completely different story. Having a girlfriend is considered moral in most Western societies. You can debate about it, but a lot of time people don't hide it. They openly have girlfriends, and a lot of time girlfriend become future wives. So we have to differentiate between these two, and a lot of times I just see Muslims have a very difficult time differentiating between these two. These girlfriend and mistress are two different two different phenomena. So when someone is having a mistress, they are embarrassed of it, they are hiding it, they are definitely enjoying it, and that's why they have a mistress, but they are embarrassed by their choices or they don't want to do it openly. Whenever someone is not doing things openly, in my opinion, they are embarrassed of it, consciously or unconsciously. So they are hiding it. A lot of time they are even hiding it from their wives, hiding it from their family. So this is a betrayal to someone who's very close to you, like your wife and your family. So that's why being a mistress is a completely different thing. It is looked down upon. So that's why it's different from polygamy. So a man having multiple wives was very common during Prophet Muhammad's time. It was very common. It was kind of a cultural norm. It is not common now, and it is not a cultural norm. It is illegal in most societies. In today's days and age, there's a very small rational room to practice polygamy. I see polygamy being practiced where I think it is okay or moral is when all the wives are freely agreeing to it, which is usually in the case when the man is a billionaire, extremely super filthy, wealthy, rich, like a Dubai sheikh. And I've seen some of those Dubai sheikhs and even Middle Eastern sheikhs, very, very rich men, and they have 2, 3, 4 wives, and they are very open about it, very, very open about it. They are not hiding it. That's the way to practice it. They are treating them so well. They are spoiling them continuously, and they are taking them each by each on vacations, just like Prophet Muhammad did it. When he used to travel, he would he will not take only one wife all the time. They will alternate. So that's what I see some of those really wealthy people doing it, and their wives seem okay with it because they are really being spoiled, living in really big houses separately. So they are being provided for, and no one feel that they are being neglected by their husbands, because a husband, a very big thing which a wife look up to for her husband is to being provided for and for his resources. It's not only for her, it's for her children too, it's for the entire family. That's why it is so important for a woman. So in that case, I can see that. In other case, I can see it when a man is doing it to support a woman, when he is marrying a widow with couple of children, like he's doing with an intent of support.
To me and go, oh, you only became a Muslim because of the second, third, fourth wife. As a Muslim, if I get married to the first wife, I have to speak to her father, protect, provide, give her dowry, pay for everything, even if she's rich. And then if I get a second wife, I have to do the same. And now let's take me as a non-Muslim. No rules and regulations, and I can do whatever I like. Which one's easier?
It's hard enough keeping one woman happy. If you said to your wife, I want to bring her into the family.
So that's what he's right here, because you have to provide for not only the wife, for the entire family, and you have to do it the same with the other family. And they cannot think that when you have other family, you are cutting off on them, like you are cutting off with whatever you are providing for them. If you're providing them all exactly the same and very well, then go ahead, do it, because that is, I do agree, that's better than having a girlfriend, because in a girlfriend you're not providing, you're not protecting, you can end it like this. So having a wife is better than having multiple girlfriends, because you are responsible for wives. And a lot of time non-Muslims and ex-Muslims forget to see this part, why polygamy is permitted. A lot of people think it is promoted. No, it is not promoted by Islam. It is kind of not promoted, because in Quran it says like you can have up to 4, but if you can treat all of them justly, it's better to have one. Okay, so definitely monogamy is preferable, because it's very difficult. Polygamy is a lot of responsibility on a man. So when I read Quran, my eyes were literally opened because the way polygamy is permitted, it seems like it is an added responsibility on a man to protect and provide for extra families. But I really don't agree with a lot of Muslim men how they are practicing polygamy now. They are hiding it from the world. They are hiding it from their wives. From their first wife, they are hiding it. This is not how polygamy is practiced. When you are marrying a woman, you are giving her your name. Why are you hiding her? It is form of honor. That's the difference. That's one big difference between mistress and a wife. A wife, you don't hide her. You claim her, she claims you. Even if you have 2, 3, 4 wives, you cannot hide them. So that's why I'm saying that Muslim men are not practicing it according to how it should be practiced. And right now, in this day and age, everything is so expensive, and I just don't think, it's not only me, it's a very popular opinion that polygamy doesn't have much room. And like, if someone is super wealthy, yeah, I'm okay with them having 4 wives if they can afford it, and if they can spoil the families and their 4 wives, and if they can share their wealth and resources, fine, perfectly fine. And if the wives are okay with it, then who are we to judge? I'm pretty sure women in that situation will be okay with it, because I know how women's mind work. But nowadays I see a middle-class man or lower middle-class man or even poor man, when he is in his 40s, in his middle age, he is bringing a much younger woman, like a 20-year-old girl, and his wife has helped him with all the hardships throughout his life. He has kids, and they've gone through all those hardships, and now he's bringing another wife when he cannot even support the first family, and he completely ignored the first family and gave all the attention and whatever limited resources he has to the second wife. He has a very small house, and they all are sharing the same space. This kind of polygamy is not only destructive for women, it is very destructive for kids. They get really traumatized, and I'm saying this because thankfully, thanks to Allah, I've never been in a polygamous situation. No one in my family has 2 wives. No one in my extended family has 2 wives. In Pakistan, it's not practiced commonly. I am from Pakistan. So that kind of polygamy I've seen in research and studies when kids have disclosed how destructive and traumatizing it was for them. So it's not only bad for the mother or the wife, it's bad for kids and the family too. So that's why I'm against polygamy, because most of the time it is practiced like this. If it's practiced like how Islam permitted it, then it is fine, but it's not how it is practiced. Let's watch the end of this clip.
If you said to your wife, I want to bring her into the family, how's that going?
You better see that knife. Matrix. If any woman comes to me and says, I'm okay with my husband getting a second wife, trust me, they're bluffing. Trust me.
You also have to share your resources with multiple women.
It depends if you have game. If you got game.
It's not about game. That's what he's saying. It's not about game. It's having the resources and having the wealth that you can share. So those sheikhs that I was talking about, they are very open when they get married, even to the first wife, that they will be practicing polygamy. They will be having more wives. Like, this is their lifestyle. They are very open about it. So I have really big problem with deception, and that because it's not moral, but they are practicing it the way it can be practiced. When a man is very rich, yeah, he can have multiple wives if he's open to his wife, if his wife enter into the marriage knowing that he will have more wives, or he already has more wives, and he is completely just between them and is providing for them, protecting them, and in fact spoiling them. So I see women agreeing to that too. Please let me know in the comment section what do you think, and I'll see you next time.